This particular legal exhibit was used in a case that had faulty wiring that was installed by a contractor. A porch was added to the home, and an outdoor outlet was added to the flower bed. That was one contractor years ago. Then the new contractor came in and added a driveway and a garage. And the wiring in the garage is where we had the faulty wiring. The wiring from the garage was connected with an underground conduit to the outdoor outlet, and then therefore electrifying the garage. Originally, the client wanted a switch that would turn on and off the garage lights. In a standard switch, a 14-2 cable is used, which has two wires and one carrying the ground. For a typical three-way switch, 14-3 cable is to be used, which has three wires, a hot, a neutral, a ground, and then the traveler is used for the three-way purpose. The client wanted to be able to turn the lights off from inside the house as well as inside the garage. The three-way switch would allow the lights to turn on or off depending on their position. Each time a switch is thrown, it makes the lights do the opposite of what they were. Where the contractor created the faulty wiring is that they decided to go ahead and use 14-2 cable instead of the 14-3. In doing that, since there was one wire missing, they decided to use the ground wire as a traveler, therefore eliminating the ground wire. Therefore, the garage did not have a ground. And then he used standard electrical tape to wrap the bare wire that was used for the hot traveler wire. The electrical tape, either damaged or not put on well, did not insulate the bare wire after it was stuffed into the metal box, allowing it to come into contact with the metal box. When the three-way switch settings were such that the taped bare traveler wire contacting the metal box became hot, the metal box and all ground wires in the garage became hot wires as well. Now what that means is that it was not always hot, but only when the traveler wire was used as a hot wire. A simple $9 store-bought outlet tester would have identified many of the wiring problems. Placed into the garden outlet, no ground was connected. If we follow that cable back into the house, looking at the junction box in the basement, we see that the two wires are connected, but the ground wire was never connected to the ground. Therefore, the garden outlet was not a grounded outlet to begin with. Again, the simple tester would have failed every outlet in the garage. After the driveway was poured over the conduit and the garage door added, electrical garage door opener was added. Once the garage door was plugged into the outlet, if the ground wire was such that it was being the hot traveler, the entire garage door, which was a metal door, became hot. Therefore, if anyone came into contact with the garage door and ground, this in this case being a puddle of water on the driveway, they became the electrical conduit for the electricity to go from the garage door to the ground.